Hello students, today in this class I go with structure of plasmid. Okay, it's a special type of plasmid, that is PBr 322 plasmid. Plasmid is nothing but it is the double chromosomal DNA which is going to self-replicate by itself. Why plasmid is going to use means to carry the desired gene. PBR is nothing but plasmid of Bolivar and Rodriguez strain number 322. This is the structure, double chromosomal, self-replicating. Here you can see ORI site, exactly in this site, okay, self-replication is going to takes place, origin of replication. There, insertion of desired gene is going to insert here. It is the first plasmid vector. Why it is called as vector means it is going to carry the desired gene, widely used for cloning DNA in E. coli. It contains a special site that initiates replication of plasmid DNA. ROP codes for protein involved in the replication of the plasmid. Here PBR 322 showing restriction sites for the enzymes. These are the restriction enzyme sites. BAM-H1, SAL1, IND3, ECORI1. These are all restriction enzyme sites. It also contains antibiotic resistance genes, that is AMPR, ER and TTR, which are the resistant to the antibiotics like amplicillin. AMCR means amplicillin and tetracycline respectively. Such antibiotic resistance genes are called selectable markers. What are selectable markers means? Those are the special type of markers used to identify recombinations for non-recombinants. Whether the gene is recombined with this plasmid or not, it is going to identify. Those are selectable markers. Okay, in this in this box they have given restriction enzyme nucleases, organism from which extracted palindromic sequence. Enzymes they have given. They contain site also. Vectors for cloning genes in plants and animals. There are two vectors, Agrobacterium tumefaciens and Retroviruses. Agrobacterium tumefaciens, it's a pathogenic bacteria of several dicot plants. In dicot plants it is present. This bacteria contains a plasmid called Ti plasmid, tumor inducing. In natural condition, the Agrobacterium tumefaciens transfers the tDNA gene into the plant, which transforms normal plant cell into a tumor or crown gall and directs the tumor cells to produce chemicals required by the pathogenic. So it is called natural genetic engineering. It is a natural plasmid. Ti plasmid can be modified into cloning vector by removing the genes responsibility for pathogenicity. So Ti plasmids are used as gene vectors. They are used for genetic transformation. These are also used for genetic transformation. Retroviruses, these are cloning vectors, can be disarmed to be used as cloning vector. Retroviruses in animals have the ability to transform normal cells into cancerous cells. Next, how to transform recombinant DNA into host cell. There are three steps. Heat shock treatment, by heating we can transfer. Micro injection, by injecting. And another one is biologics, nothing but it is also called as gene gun. Or competent heat for transferring the RDNA. Next, process of recombinant DNA technology or rDNA technology. It majorly involves 7 steps. First one, main step, isolation of DNA, cutting off DNA by restriction endonuclease, isolation of desired DNA fragment by gel electrophoresis, amplification of gene of interest using PCR, ligation of DNA fragment with a vector by DNA ligase, insertion of recombinant DNA into host, culturing the host cell in medium at large scale in bioreactor, and last step is downstreaming process, where means extraction is going to take place. That is downstreaming process. Here you can see, I will explain. Here one foreign DNA or desired DNA. This is artificial vector DNA plasmid. Vector, it is going to carry the desired gene. These two DNAs, this plasmid and DNA, they are going to cut by an enzyme, restriction enzyme, cutting both foreign DNA and vector DNA at specific point they are going to cut. These enzymes have the ability to recognize the specific point. That is ORI set they are going to cut. After cutting DNA, it splits into like this fragments. Ligase join foreign DNA into plasmid. Another enzyme ligases are used to join DNA into this plasmid vector. Next step is transformation, where this plasmid is going to transfer to E. coli cell. It's a bacterial cell. In this cell is going to divide rapidly, and our product, our plasmid is also going to multiply rapidly by cell division process. Actually these are said to be cultured in a bioreactors, where biological reaction is going to take place and maintaining these cells. This is the diagrammatic representation of recombinant DNA technology. Next important thing is isolation of DNA fragments by gel electrophoresis method. Gel electrophoresis, it's a tank which is made up of glass which runs by electricity. Okay. This is a gel electrophoresis tank. Here in this wells we are adding a sample. Okay. In this cell, cathode will be present. In this tank, cathode will be present, anode will be present. Always DNA is negatively charged. Okay, here they have given in this tank agarose gel, nothing but medium. Is it electrophoresis is technique that enables to isolate desired DNA fragment gene and excised plasmid DNA is called elution. The cutting of DNA by these enzymes results in fragments of DNA. These fragments are separated by a technique called gel electrophoresis. Why are using this tank means to separate the fragments of DNA. Fragments of DNA will be different size, small size or large size. According to size they are arranged. Since the DNA fragments are negatively charged, they can be separated by forcing them to move towards anode under an electric field through a medium or matrix. Most commonly used matrix is agarose. Agarose gel is used as medium, a natural polymer. DNA fragments separate according to their size saving effect. These DNA fragments are negatively charged. The separated fragments are visualized by staining the separated fragments if you see DNA are colorless. They are applying some color, blue color, ethidium bromide, where we can visible the fragments of DNA by UV radiation. The separated bands of DNA are cut out from the agar gel and extracted from the gel piece. We are going to extract from the gel piece. This step is called as elution. This is about gel electrophoresis tank. Hope you all understood. If you have any doubts, just drop a message.